Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using High Caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High Caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
Here we are again. Oh, Joshy boy, hello. Oh, mate, what a week. What a week it's been. I'm ready. Let's fire up another episode of Send It Mate podcast. I'm Caleb.
I'm Josh.
No, I'm Couchy.
Yeehaw.
That was quite entertaining from you, actually.
Oh, thanks, Josh. I'm delirious at the moment. It's
Delirious.
It's been a long day, but always happy to sit down with you, mate.
Yeah, it's always good to catch up.
It is, because it's about the only time I ever hear from you, Steve. So.
Well, let's do more podcasts. You'll hear me more.
Nah, I'm good. Nah, life's too hectic to try and fit another podcast in a week.
Oh, yeah, you'd be pretty busy with the kid. How's that going?
Yeah, look, it's different. It's get up, go to work, get home, eat as quick as you can, mostly feeding at the same time, and then feed and change a nappy or two and bed.
Is it kind of like a game of footy? So, like, you come home, right, from work, and then as you get home, she just handballs the child to you?
No, because
and then it's game on.
I've found, like, I'm trying to help out as much as I can, but the kid just likes my missus way more than she does me. So when I have her, she's just screaming her head off. And two, because my missus is in a bit of a routine, she just sort of, the little things, I guess, help, like cleaning the baby bottles. I don't know. Well, I hope they do. If not, I'm not doing enough.
Well, just doing all the other general stuff around the place is a help in itself.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be direct
role,
care of the child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
It can be the peripheral things. So,
But hang on a sec, we've got a visitor.
Speaking of peripherals.
I don't know why we have a visitor. Get out of the room. Speaking of children, get out. Get your stuff from the fridge and go. This is what you got to look forward to, mate, when they get a bit older. You sneak back into the room because I'm hungry, Dad, for the 5th time, even though we just had dinner. Take it in the other room and eat it.
A burrito? I'll have a burrito.
Oh, my gosh. Get out of here, you two.
That's fine.
That's hilarious.
What is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
Sorry, I just had to turn the light on because I was just gloomy as.
Oh, that's better. We can see your wrinkles now.
I realised I was just sitting in the dark and the camera was struggling.
Ah.
So,
Fair enough. Well, it's been a big week. Have you got a joke, Josh?
Nah,
No,
Nah, no
we've
joke.
just abandoned that concept completely.
Nah, I've decided to put aside childish things.
Oh,
No.
you know when you have a joke and then you're like, I'll remember that, and you don't write it down. And
Yeah.
now I can't remember it, and it's killing me.
It's like every joke ever.
Well, yeah, but it was that good that you're like, I'll remember that.
I've got a good one.
Ah,
What do you call foreskin on a gay man?
Foreplay. I don't know.
nah.
A mud flap.
Oh, that's cooked. That is disgusting.
Terrible.
Jesus.
That's disgusting.
Oh, far out. All right, well, let's get into it. What's been new and interesting other than looking after children? Because I've just been working and looking after children. You've just been working and looking after children. Couchy, you have no children. What have you been
Yeah,
doing,
so
man? Have you been living this?
joy-
You've been living the dream, surely.
The joys of not having kids is you get to go out, and I went on a fishing charter actually on the weekend.
Oh, hello.
So that was Keely Reed fishing charter in Rainbow Beach. I'm pretty sure it was Keely Reed. But yeah,
Is that a dude or a chick?
that's a dude. So
Keely.
sorry, Caleb. Keely.
That's a girl's name in my book.
It is, but so is Shannon. Oh.
Josh does have a point there. So yeah, it was a fishing charter we had just at Rainbow Beach there, and it was probably one of the days where it was decent weather. The wind was down at like probably 7 mile an hour compared to previously when it was up in the 20s.
It's not bad.
So it was Keely Rose deep sea fishing charters. For anyone that's actually interested to check them out, they've had bugger all bad reviews, or none really, and you can see why. So we headed out at about 5:30 in the morning. All day charter. There was supposed to be 10 of us, but there was at 2 bales, so there was 8 of us, which is lucky because that boat would have been squishy with 10. It was bad enough with 8. So 8 people plus there's the crew. So it was a skip and the main guy that just does all the running around.
How'd you get an invite? Because I thought we were your only friends.
Oh, well. Obviously not.
It's a pity invite, I reckon. Yeah.
Pity, yeah, probably pity.
No friends from SA.
But no, this is a pretty good charter actually. So we went out just chasing some redfish. What are we chasing? Redfish or jewies and stuff? Which I found out jewfish and mulloway are the same thing.
Yeah, just call them differently down here.
It's weird. Anyway, so
He clearly has never listened to the podcast.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
nah. Well, you remember some things, you don't remember others. Anyway, we're chasing that. We the bugger all redfish caught, but we just happened to get onto a school of tuna.
Oh, yeah.
So in a matter of probably 2 hours, like we got sick of catching tuna. I think I caught 4 or 5 alone myself, and a total of 26 caught on the boat.
What, bluefin
Uh,
or dogtooth or something?
just the basic normal tuna that you'd. I don't know.
Oh.
I can find out. I can find out.
Do you have a flaming photo? Send it through to us.
I have a photo, but I'll just jump on Google.
Say yellowfin. More than likely. Send us a
yellowfin. You know them little tail fins. They were yellow on the top of the tail, they look like spikes, but they're not.
I'm going to tip yellowfin then.
yeah, it's probably yellowfin, but just send us a photo of you holding up one of these fish, or it never happened.
He didn't. He took a photo of one dead in the boat, pretty sure.
I think they were yellowfin. They look like yellowfin.
I don't reckon it was even yours.
I can post a photo on socials, so then you guys can decide. But I don't think they were yellowfins. They didn't have the same like dorsal fin and the belly fin that these guys do by the looks of it. But then it looks like some have shorter ones, so it may have been.
Wow. So you're all over it.
Yeah,
I've never
I'm
caught a
not-
tuna in my
fucking-
life.
A caught tuna, and that was the first time I caught tuna. All right, so go easy on me, and I'll get a photo and show you guys now.
I've eaten plenty of tuna in my life.
Make some
it
conversation.
looks like it.
Oh.
Sorry, you left yourself wide open for
not
that
a
one.
second, not a series has gone by without some fat chamois of some
I'm
description.
not sure how well you better.
I actually think you're looking good. Looks like a yellow. Yeah, I can't tell.
I don't know. That
Actually.
looks stock standard. That looks very tuna-ish.
So that's what I was thinking of with the yellowfin tuna was the tail. What? Stop blending away. Was that their little fins on the tail? How they look like spikes actually, and I actually thought they were kind of like defensive mechanism on the tail, but they're not hard at all.
They fire little harpoons.
Well, no, you know how like some like you look at flatheads, and every side of them has got a run of like spines and stuff.
Don't
like,
know.
where the fuck
Never
else is.
caught a flathead, bro.
Oh well, there you go. Work on it. But yeah, so these tuna put up they weren't huge tuna. They were probably, I think the largest was probably around a meter, just short of.
I got no idea. I'm looking at all the different tunas now.
Because the yellowfin tuna I'm looking at have got the mad sort of like angel sort of fins.
There's actually a lot with yellowish sort of things on it.
But maybe when they reach a certain size, they're
Just-
actual.
I need the photo
That
sent
sort
to
of-
me so it's not grainy, man.
There's bluefin, yellowfin, and big eye. Yellowfin actually have a yellow stripe and like proper yellow dorsal fins and shit. And they've got like a second dorsal.
I didn't see any yellow
No.
on that, but I couldn't tell because
I think it's a bluefin tuna.
I might have been bluefin actually.
Because bluefin
Hang
have
on.
like yellowish spikes as well. But they really are quite blue. Like a, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it might have been bluefin.
Yeah, it's a bluefin. We'll go with that.
They're
Done.
quite similar. I actually caught some that was supposedly the skip was saying they're a blend of mackerel and tuna. So it has like marbling in the top of the body of the fish.
A mackerel
And it
and
actually
tuna.
looks kind of cool. It's like a hybrid. Yeah.
A mooner.
is that what it looked like?
No, what's that? Josh is just putting up random photos of fish now.
Doggy, which I found out there. So
No, that was just we'll just call it tuna, guys.
Sure.
Let's not overcomplicate this.
Well done.
I'll post some photos and then socials can make a name for it.
You've caught one more
just
tuna.
send
than
me
I have.
the damn photo.
Yeah, you'll see it when everyone else sees it, mate.
Yeah. I'll jam your story up your ass then.
Anyway, so yeah, we spent I think until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We ended up catching 26 tuna. A few of the boys caught some jewies, which was good. That's decent sized jewie. I think the biggest one would have been at 1.2.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So yeah, I was hoping to land one as well, but we just they caught the jewfish. There was a fair few redfish taking the bait as well. Which in my opinion, I wasn't after the redfish. I didn't really want them. So but it was a good weekend actually. It was good fishing
Oh,
show.
it was a doggy.
A doggy.
Yeah, dog tooth.
Yeah, okay. No.
Sorry.
Oh, because you saw that I sent you the photo away. Well, I didn't send I sent it in the wrong chat.
Yeah.
Different chat. But yeah.
Did you eat anything? Keep it and eat it.
Yeah, no, we divvied up the tuna and the jewy and red and all that. So I've got some meat in the freezer from it. Which is
What the
good.
fuck are redfish? Are they snapper?
Nah.
You're like a nanny, almost look like a nanny guy. Sort of.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the actual name of it is.
Look at us. Like this
feel-
reminds me of that advert, that barramundi advert, and there's a snapper, and they're like, "Oh, what is it?" Oh, it's definitely a barra. It's like a snapper sitting in the esky.
Oh man, I feel like I've lost all knowledge on fishing. Like I feel like I have not
Fishing,
done
yeah.
much at all.
I think it's just called
I mean, you
red
have
fish.
It's-
in the soggy Dorito, but
This is like no fault of your own because we've got a boat. We could just
a
go.
Red emperor? Red emperor. Redfish. Same thing.
okay.
We're on this same boat. The record holder caught it on this boat, and it was a 22 kilo redfish.
That's
This
all
thing
right.
was massive. Yeah.
Shit, that's not bad.
They don't put a fight up like you do the tuners and stuff like that. They're kind of a little bit of dead weight.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, they'd be deep, wouldn't they? Or right at the
Yeah,
bottom.
so we're fishing in 40 to
Pelagic.
35 meter depth. But yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
It was something different. It's been. When was the last time I went actual fishing properly? It was the last charter I think we went on. I don't think you went there, Caleb.
No, that's the one I didn't go on. Brian went.
Yeah.
No, we went fishing properly in the Dorito.
Right.
Oh, and the Coorong.
Oh,
That's not a
Closer
charter.
to capsizing the boat.
If that was a charter, I want my money
mate,
back.
for that experience, I should have charged a triple.
I'd still want my money back.
You probably do need to charge a trip for that boat, Josh, because each time we go out, we break it.
100%. I do, actually. Yes, I do.
100%.
Just charge some running repairs.
I reckon you needed to bring it up this way, and then we can go either freshwater fishing for some barra,
Oh,
or
I am keen.
Not
I
really
was
the time
up,
of year. We keep talking about doing a lake, Eildon, whatever the hell you say.
Eildon.
Eildon,
yeah,
Eildon.
dude, let's head there and I'll fly
Eildon,
down.
Eildon.
Eildon.
We should do that.
We should.
We said we're going to do it. We should We
Yeah.
need to make a list of things we said we're going to do. One, drive from Adelaide to Darwin, and fish in Darwin.
Oh, that's been going since day dot.
That's been going a long time.
It has. And I don't understand why we haven't done it. Like, you just demand your missus. You're just like, I'm going away. See you later. And if work complains, you just be like, no. I'm going away.
We can do that. You guys get to Alice. I'll fly across.
I ain't going anywhere near Alice, bro.
If you're going to Darwin, you're going to go through Alice.
Mate, I'll be like highway, whatever it is,
The highway
whatever.
goes through Alice.
And I'll be doing like 150 or however fast I can go just to get through Alice Springs.
The highway goes like 3 minutes away from the airport. Everywhere's 3 minutes at Alice. But
Yeah, but that 3 minutes could determine life or death at the moment in Alice Springs. Have you been watching the news?
I'll fly in and I'll walk to the highway and then I'll jump on.
Have you been watching the
We're
news?
not stopping in Alice, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. All right. Or you can fly in and then walk to the highway and then we'll pick you up.
All right.
I don't want to stay anywhere near Alice.
Not a chance.
Nowhere near. I do want to do that drive one day.
You just got to pick it up. Pick me up. That's all you got to do. It's like a rolling stop.
Yeah, but I've heard they jack your car like full speed, mate. Like in there.
Like
People,
Mad
criminals
Max
do.
style. There's just people
Yeah.
jumping off other cars onto
Yeah,
your cars.
straight on, man.
Freaking hell.
Yeah, spearing your tyres and yeah, the whole lot, mate.
Okay, well, I'll fly to Darwin. I'll meet you there. But yeah, we should do more fishing trips.
We should do that. There's a snow trip on the cards too, I reckon. We've got to do a snow trip for hunting.
Well, I found a nice little spot
Oh, here we go.
that I think you could fly into Melbourne, we'll pick you up, and then we'll take you, and it's only a few hours out of Melbourne. So,
Like Eildon.
well, no, this is another little spot.
It's still around the same.
I'm not prepared to verbalise on out
No,
in the
yeah,
lands of
right.
the interwebs.
East of Melbourne.
I don't even want to give a cardinal point because there's not much around.
It's in Victoria,
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
within striking
not
distance of the airport.
Yeah.
It's within a day's travel.
You could basically shoot deer off the roof of a airport hangar.
Well, let's do it. Like I'm.
Did you see the bridge?
Are you trying to make?
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Well, I did see that segue, but before you get there, I was reminded when you said red fish of red coats, and I actually had a discussion with an old bloke at a gun shop last week, and I'd never come across this before, but he showed me a couple of videos. So he goes out with a few guys who use dogs to get onto foxes, red coats, and they actually get wire, and the dogs will chase the fox down the burrow. They get wire and they just turn it and keep
like
twisting
a
it.
grub style.
Yeah, and it gets caught in the fox's tail or its fur in general, and they just reef it out of the hole. And I'm like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah." He showed me a video. So they've just got this long bit of wire, and it's got a I can't remember exactly what was on the end of it, but sort of like plumbers when they send stuff down the hole to clean it out, and it turns. They
So it's
basically
got like forks or something like a burrs on the end.
yeah, I think they kind of
Hook
just
back.
fashioned it themselves, so a bit of a corkscrew on the end. Anyway, they send this down the hole and they turn it, and it wraps itself up in the fox's tail, and they pull it out. I thought it was clever. I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah.
So he showed me a couple of cool videos actually.
What about
Get
if
him on.
the den is
If it's
Deep.
like quite deep, then probably that doesn't work. But they had 2 fox terriers and then something else, which is a
How deep's the den?
bit of a
Like,
mutt.
really?
Oh, this can't have been that deep because
Sounds like a Google job.
no, it wouldn't have been.
I'm
that
just
deep.
pitching like a coat hanger AB.
No, like a long enough piece of wire, like a couple meters long.
Okay.
Oh, it says that they can system of tunnels up to 7.6 to 22.9 meters. I don't know where they get the points from. But 22 meters, that's decent.
That is quite long. This was shallow enough that the wire thing worked. And then another video, they had 2 fox terriers. One fox terrier was the first time out hunting, and then they had some other big thing, like a mutt. And that thing was just keen to get down the hole. So they put the wire down again, and the dog was just at the entrance, and it was super keen. So it ended up going down anyway. Pulled the fox out by its tail. It took
They
a fair,
did or the foxy
the
did?
fox, the dog did pull the fox out by
Yeah.
its tail.
Well,
Managed to
that's
just
what-
get
that's
in
what
far
they-
enough to grab its tail, pulled it out, and then the foxes just turn around and it's like biting this dog, and they're getting to a scrap. Then the 2 foxes come over, and the one who'd never been out foxing before ended up getting bitten on the snout. The fox just turned around and lashed onto its snout, so it was like that was a good one. Then he showed me another video of there was a hollowed out tree, like still vertical, so still standing,
Yeah.
probably about 4 meters tall, somewhere around there. Fox goes into the hollow, climbs the tree. Dog goes in after it, chases it up the hollow. Fox jumps out the top of the tree to the ground. The dog jumps out after it, and then the other dogs that are on the ground just grab the fox. And the other
How'd
dog
the
just
dog
about
go
land.
landing on the ground?
Oh, it was a fair effort. Like it got straight up and then got into the fox. But I'm like, bloody hell, these things are keen.
They love it. Like, it's you hear that all the time from, I think, the guests we've had as well. They actually go hunting for the dog's sake, not for their sake,
Yeah,
because the dogs love it.
dogs absolutely love it.
Well, I guess that's what they're bred for. I mean, fox terrier.
And it'd be one of the most natural things a dog can do.
I don't know if I am into dog hunting. I don't know. I don't know if I could get into dog hunting.
I've got to try it. I've got to try it one day. There was a few guys at the shoot that I was talking to that were dog hunters as well. That was a couple of weeks ago. And they kind of half gave me the invite, I reckon. But yeah, so I really need to get myself out there and a part of it.
We should
Look,
try.
Give it a
it.
crack.
Pigs it's fun. Like running dogs on pigs is fun. And when I was a kid, I used to take my sister's fox terrier down and throw him in like the sedge reed, and he'd just like bound in the sedge reed and scare out foxes. But he'd never like get to a stage where it was like, you know, beast on beast, neck and neck, like ripping each other apart. Because I'd shoot them before then, or you'd just like lose them. They just
Yeah,
run.
use a dog to either find or distract the pig.
Yeah, and even then, I found it a bit cheaty. Like using a dog, I was like, I'm not actually doing any work here. I'm just
But then again,
walking up.
that's
and
what they
down
say.
the
They
creek.
do it because it's the dog's hunt, not theirs. They
Yeah.
just finish it.
Mm.
So, I don't know. Kudos to them, I guess, because they're they're out there with a dog.
I guess if you
family pet, but
if you're like relying on meat, like you get a GSP or something, and you're out deer hunting, but you're actually relying on meat, like for your
100%.
family. Okay, yeah, it's an aid to make yourself a bit more successful. All right, I get it. But
Yeah, the dog that I get though would be more of a dependent. than a
yeah.
king.
Yeah, I think the
No, you've had a pretty good track record, man. Your dogs are like
yeah, completely.
smashing alpacas, mate. Kill them left, right, and centre.
I should have actually taken them and had the meat from it. To be honest, Painful.
Actually, I tried alpaca. I think it was alpaca salami when we were at SHOT Show.
What was
SHOT
the
Show
meat
the
like?
other year.
Oh, yeah.
We did because we had
Like a-
camel, alpaca, and there was something else that was a bit strange.
Yeah.
I want it to taste like lamb, but I don't think it will.
Oh, you couldn't taste it really in the salami. You're just like, oh, this is salami. This is lovely.
Garlic and chili and salt.
Yeah. You'd want it to taste like lamb. And if it did, I feel like it'd be worth it just in that. Like a bigger animal, it tastes like lamb.
Oh, yeah. You'd think it would. They're eating the same cud.
Yeah, but so does a fucking cow.
Yeah, well, why doesn't deer taste like cow, taste like horse, taste like... They all taste
They all
different.
taste fairly similar.
Horse, I've never tasted, so I would.
Am I the only one drinking?
I think you are.
Yes.
Are you off the bandwagon too?
No, I thought about it and I couldn't be bothered.
You
The
want
shops
one?
are too far. He's like, fuck, there's nothing in the fridge.
No,
I'm good.
I've got beers in the fridge in the shed.
Just
just-
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
meant. The shop's too far. The shed's too far, bro.
The farm shop.
But yeah, no, I just didn't feel like drinking tonight.
That's-
Well,
I knew you guys would get up. Well, at least one of you would.
yeah, well, Josh is all about it. But
Good work for being predictable, Josh.
I thought it was best to remain sensible for this very sobering topic tonight.
Yes.
You never know. He might have had some Dutch courage before.
Who?
Both of them.
Ooh,
Oh,
new theory.
yeah.
New conspiracy theory. 'Cause apparently, according to Couchy, all conspiracies are true, but conspiracy theories are.
Well, that's a definition of a conspiracy. Conspiracy is actually what happened. Is the definition of conspiracy is two or more people working against the government or a body of people. That's not thinking that they're going to do it. They've actually done it. Theories are exactly that.
Fair.
So I'm going to start every topic from now on. I have a conspiracy. Oh, dear.
Well,
But I guess we do know a conspiracy that happened
true.
recently. So
Well,
Okay, do we know the motives behind it? And I guess
maybe we
we're,
should stop
we
being
know
cryptic.
what-
and
what we're
actually say
talking
you're
about, yeah. What are we talking about?
oh, go, Caleb.
So it's this news is a week old now, but as most people would know, there was an assassination. There was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump as he was at a presidential candidate rally in Pennsylvania. And in the age of mobile phones and a heap of camera angles, it's a very different scenario to some of the other attempted or actual assassination
JFK
attempts.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So this is where it's very different to years gone by, and I don't. Well, let's get into it because there's been a lot of different angles. I must admit, when I first saw it, so this happened Sunday week ago, and
Yeah.
which was I think a Monday morning our time, so Monday last week. And I saw the footage for the first time. I'm like, what the fuck? This is set up. That was my very first reaction because just hear me out. This is my very first reaction because the main camera angle, the broadcast camera angle showed it and the shot sounded weird. Trump's reaction seemed weird. The whole delay of everything seemed weird. And then I'm like, well, why did people die behind him? Because I was expecting shots to be fired from where the camera was looking. So I'm like, why isn't anyone dropping dead from directly behind Trump? Because there was like 8 shots. But as we discovered, there was an oblique angle. And there's been an absolute ton of people posting to YouTube with different camera angles from people on the ground. And it's been quite interesting. So
I'm telling you now, it's not a setup. Ain't no way no one's trusting their life and trying to set up a shot and shoot them in the air.
I was talking about this on the boat, actually. They were like, oh, if it was a setup, because it was weird that how the Secret Service allowed the shooter to shoot.
yeah.
So when Trump actually briefly turned 90 degrees to like his shoulders, I guess, that's when the guy shot and got him through the ear. And I'm like, if it was set up, you would actually, if you were set up and trusted someone to shoot your ear instead of your head, you would turn and hold for a good 3 to 5 seconds before the guy would shoot.
Yeah, and he was simply just
the guy to actually do that.
Even then, not a chance, man.
No,
not
it's
a
not.
chance. You're not putting that, especially someone as prominent as Trump. You're not putting your life in the hands of anyone like that. Not a chance. Even if it
I
was.
thought it was more of a bogus thing, like people were blowing it up for what it actually was. So
I think people just want to know the motives behind it, because it does seem strange that a kid was allowed to climb on a roof and people saw him with the gun. I believe a police officer saw him with the gun, and nothing was done about it within 200 metres of him, of the president.
From reading up on it a little bit recently, like just now, the suspect was actually identified an hour earlier.
He
ranging the I guess the shooting distance.
He was at the main gates with a rangefinder.
Okay, so here's something. If you were the idiot that let that person in, or this has happened, and you're trying to justify your own existence as to why you should still be employed, I would be like, yeah, we flagged him too, and then handball on to the next person down to take responsibility of it.
There's photos of stuff, and yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Like, I would be trying to cover my backside.
Well, a week later, I've reached the conclusion that it's just incompetence. Like, there's just gross incompetence, and it's a mixture of the Secret Service and the local police, and not communicating potentially effectively with each other because they had different zones that they were looking after. Yeah, and the building he actually took the shot from, the dickhead who's now dead, there was actually 2 police snipers on the second floor of that building, and he was on the roof of that building.
He was on the roof of a single story.
Yeah,
so I got the photos over there. He was on the roof of a single story shed, and the Secret Service snipers were behind the actual Trump.
They're on the second story of the same sort of building, so they should have had a view of him climbing on the roof. This is what's bizarre. This is what there's a few things that have still fudged, but either way, you're right. He was spotted an hour beforehand with the rangefinder. Then he moved off, and then the police supposedly were actively still looking for him for the rest of the time leading up to is about 20 minutes before.
Why is he flagged just because he's got a rangefinder?
Because it was weird. Like
a rangefinder looks like a camcorder, and there's a lot of people taking photos there. So I don't believe that to be true in itself, to be honest. Because if I was a police officer on duty, I would just be like, that's a dude with a camera trying to do what everyone else here is trying to do.
I think it might have been something.
There's no controlling that.
Okay, I think it might have been something at the time that probably would have been like, well, that's weird.
Well, unless he's been...
After the fact, you're like, it adds up.
Unless he's been flagged as a potential threat prior to this, and someone's recognised him from like a photo in an int brief or something.
Well, allegedly he was flagged because of the LRF.
I think that's just us covering the LRF thing, to be honest. Like that's utter nonsense. And I could guarantee you half those police wouldn't know what an LRF is.
What made it seem sus on my point of view, though, was the fact the shooter was crawling along the roof of this shed in plain view to the public. The public were relaying this information through to the police that were around the area, pointing at him. I watched a video of this guy. He was saying that he could see the Secret Service snipers on the other roof behind Trump, and they were looking his way as well. And he was just pointing at this guy on the roof and was like making it obvious that there's a guy up there. And that went on for about 5 minutes, I think, that the rally was still happening. Nothing was shut down. Nothing was sort of escalated past that point.
Look, once again, it's like the situation.
The shooters supposedly saw the shooter, called it in to their higher-ups, and they didn't get the permission to fire. And then when the guy started shooting, the shooter himself took it upon himself to fire the kill shots. He wasn't actually ordered to, supposedly.
Look, and that's fair, and probably
so
a good thing that
it's
he
fair,
did.
but supposedly, I heard he lost his job from it. But
Look, I highly doubt it. He probably got a
Yeah,
job
but who
offer increase or something. To be honest, man, you can't just be like, unless you're seeing like visually can see a weapon, you're probably not going to be like, yeah, there's a dude on a roof. Can I shoot him? No, it's a rally, and some of these rallies get out of hand. So no, we need to confirm that this is an active shooter first, or a potential active shooter, before you go shooting. So I kind of understand the whole not being allowed to shoot. But at the same time, you got to think about this dude with the video camera that's like, oh, yeah, there's a dude on a roof. You got to put it in context. There's probably a million other people walking around with their hands in the air going, Trump, 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 Trump. Like, you got to put it in context. And two guys are supposed to decipher that this guy's pointing out a shooter in amongst a crowd, even if there's five people.
Hang on. So this is 25 minutes before the shooting in the timeline. That video you're talking about where they can see someone crawling up a roof and they're yelling, he's got a gun and he's crawling up the roof, all that sort of shit. Apparently, some police actually went over to that shed and one got boosted up onto the roof. The other one just jumped up and was looking over the roof and he pointed his gun at the police and they obviously went back down to the ground. So
Look,
this tells me there's a communication issue.
This is the odd thing, yes.
So,
because one, why wouldn't the police be like, hey, do any of you dudes have a dude on this roof? Because all those buildings would be designated, right? They'd have a number designating them. So say for argument's sake, it's 26. Hey, do you clowns have anyone on top of the building 26? Delta 26 or something to mark a zone. Cool. No, we don't. All right. Well, some idiots just pointed a gun at me. Cool. Let's go bail him up. Yeah. Yes. So that's the bit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's no
at all.
The other thing,
it seems like the Secret Service and the police weren't communicating well.
Yeah. The other thing they reckon, because the two teams of snipers or counter snipers that are up behind Trump on the two buildings, so there was one up to his right, our left, if you're looking at from the broadcast point of view. So from broadcast point of view, there's one team up on the left and a team up on the right, and then the shooter was sort of far left. Apparently the team that you see all the photos of the guy like kneeling with the shot, they were the team on the left. They couldn't actually get a good view. So it was actually the team on the right that took the shot, the kill shot, which was a much further distance. And the killer was, the attempted, what are we calling him? The
shooter.
The shooter was basically 130 metres away from Trump.
137. And the Secret Service was 134.
But apparently that team wasn't the ones who actually shot him. It was the other team off to the right. So the further
this shows from where the shots were taken from Secret Service was 134 metres.
This is a video I saw yesterday. So there's conflicting information out there.
Hang on. Can I just add something in to add to your conspiracy theory? Right. So
I can't say it's a theory because the guy actually shot at him.
So no, this is of the kid, the background of the kid, right? Well, one who is going to pay someone that clearly has herpes in their high school photo.
You'd have to actually have sex to get herpes, mate.
Bro, didn't you see that dirty thing on his little mugshot photo on his face?
Yeah, but they're always going to find the worst photo of you.
Oh, 100%. It's not going to be
They're not
handsome.
going to find you like wedding photos.
Cutting the rug on the dance floor.
Yeah. If you ever do something, fuck, man, I've got some photos of you on the dance floor.
Exactly.
But so this kid was a registered Republican or Democrat. Yeah, Republican.
Sounds like a Democrat.
Supposedly. And his parents were like extreme leftists. So I don't know how that sort of works out. But there was another thing. Apparently this kid was in a TV show to do with BlackRock, which obviously is
good TV
one of the companies in the world, the 1%, I guess. You call them 1%ers of the world that control everything.
Yeah, he's kind of just in the background of a TV commercial.
Yes, but you know, like, okay, you could
You could draw that bow.
Yeah, draw a long bow, man, with all these little sort of like little tails.
Couchy, you have the loudest keyboard in the world.
Yeah, it's a mechanical keyboard, and I probably shouldn't be dropping with it.
It's all good.
But,
We just sound busy. We sound like we're in an office doing some research when we're actually not.
I'm just trying to find some information that you were saying, Josh, and so you don't attract attention to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's also conflicting reports. You know, he was just a loner. He was, he was bullied. All this sort of stuff. Other people were like, oh no, he was fine.
Apparently, he had a
That's what they say
10-inch
about all
penis.
shooters,
So
though.
I don't know why you get bullied if you got a 10-inch penis. Like,
The people that say that are probably the people who get bullied, mate, because they're trying to compensate for something. I don't know.
You know what I find
Sound
weird?
familiar?
from a fellow 10-incher.
Just a random point. He was actually wearing a Demolition Ranch
Shirt,
It
yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't trust those guys.
I don't know. At what stage did the thought of I'm not going to walk away from this alive pass through that kid's head?
Probably as he was climbing up the ladder, which was conveniently.
Clearly not, because he still took the shot.
We took 8 shots.
But how bad of a shot? It's 130 meters.
So, do you know what he was actually shooting with?
An AR-15.
It was AR-15, which is an old one because it was old man's. It was like a POVPAC AR-15. I don't know anything about AR-15s, but apparently this is quite an older model. It was belonged to his old man, and he had a red dot on it, so no magnification whatsoever.
Oh, that would be a hard shot with.
So 130 meters with a red dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose he mustn't shoot that much because.
No.
Yeah, and then I guess you add nerves on top of that because it's pretty serious shit.
So this is where I watched the video actually yesterday where they were trying to debunk the fact that it was a setup because they're like, let's try and replicate this shot. So they set up with the same gun with a red dot with one of those like ballistic heads. And yeah, they've replicated it and they tried to actually hit just an ear at that distance, and it's a pretty friggin' hard shot. And all the guys were there. Would you volunteer
Nah.
to sit there and let someone shoot at you and guarantee only to hit your ear?
Not with a red dot. Nah.
The bloke's like, nah, I wouldn't let you do that at 2 yards away, let alone 130.
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Like, saying that he actually allowed someone to shoot at him.
Yeah.
Oh.
So apparently he bought the ammo that morning or the day before or something and was practicing the day before at the range.
What does anyone, obviously you can't ask him, but has he left like any manifesto or anything?
No. Apparently
Nothing.
not. No.
Righto. Not that we'd ever get to find out.
Well, they couldn't get into his phone. There's all these weird things. There's just so much information that comes out all at once, and then people try and create disinformation as well.
Look, I don't think it was a setup, but I don't think it's far-fetched of an idea to be like someone's paid him to do it and covered their tracks. I think that's more plausible than they've set it up so Trump can win. I think that's a load of cockamamie.
Yeah, that's a bit,
Yeah, it could be a setup as in someone's paid him, yeah, for sure. I don't think it's a setup as in Trump was never designed to die. It was supposed to just boost his campaign by getting shot at.
Which it did.
Which it did.
Yeah.
But
Trump for president
It didn't go up much. It
2024.
didn't go up much, man. He was at like 60% to win, and then he went to like 69%.
Biden just pulled out today, mate.
Do you know what? Biden pulled out, but Trump actually went down a point because all of a sudden it's Kamala Harris instead of Biden.
Bro, that woman won't get in.
But
And Trump will be president.
The fact that if the party kicks him out because he's non-coherent now compared to the last 4 years or whatever.
Oh, how bad's he gotten though?
It's terrible. He's not heaps worse than when he started. He's worse, but he's not profoundly worse. He was still quite average. I thought he was going to last 2 weeks and get kicked out then.
It astounds me that either of them are candidates really because, yes, and I know money goes a long way to all of this, but if you're trying to be portrayed as the most powerful country in the world, like why not have an
Trump's not
actual
the most
powerful or like physically imposing sort of a person that also has a bit of like brain?
So you
Says little old Australia here when we've got someone that looks like a grommet.
what you want is
power.
Captain America in there.
Yeah, but America's trying to be a superpower in the world. Who are they? They're probably their closest comparison is Russia. Look at Putin. At least he like works out and does some manly shit.
I think Trump's the most manly out of the lot of them.
Come on.
Yeah, mate, he is. Just because he's got a little bit of put. Everyone likes a bit of put after dinner.
I'll take Trump over Biden any day.
Yeah, what's up, G?
Just having side conversations with other people in the room.
I would take Trump over Biden or our Prime Minister.
Or Camilla. That witch.
Camilla?
For sure.
Ah, not Camilla.
Yeah, that's
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
The other Camilla.
Camel.
Camel, yeah.
Camel H.
I would, not want that witch in
Which?
power. Not a chance,
Strong
mate.
words, Josh.
Nah. She's definitely drinking the blood of babies.
Jesus. Go on. Continue. This is a good conspiracy.
I learned something, actually. There's these adrenal something or other. I can't remember the name, but it's one of our very good mates were talking about it at dinner the other night. He's like, it's basically the elitist drinking blood of babies that have been tortured to produce adrenaline, and then they're bled out and they drink the blood. And apparently,
what they do to like cows.
That's
and shit?
bleak.
apparently there was a famous pizzeria in I don't know what state that all the elitists used to go, and they could use a code name or a code word and get it on the menu. Essentially, it's cooked, man. Like this dude, our mutual friends, like a full spectrum. Like he's got like tinfoil hats on top of tinfoil hats, man. Hey,
Older gentleman with a goatee.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
the boys are going to listen to this bit like, we know exactly what you're talking
I don't
about.
think he listens to the podcast anyway. So.
Thank goodness.
He doesn't.
But look, he was talking about it, and I'm like, hey, it goes back a long, long, long way. It's like biblical times when people worshipped Baal.
But there was sacrifice things and everything as well. Back
Yeah. So I kind of could, like, if you could keep that going, like it would be possible. But I just don't understand at what point someone's sitting there with a cup of baby blood going, yeah, this is thirst quenching.
Yeah, but do they have it in a cup, or do they like get it mixed in with the sauce of the pizza?
I don't
The
know,
actual
bro.
Pizza base.
I don't know. I'll ask him. I'll ask the chef next time.
Instead of the
down there.
tomato sauce, it's like just kid blood,
It's cooked.
and then you get salami and stuff on top of that.
Yeah, it's cooked. Like,
No,
I don't know.
they have it raw, man. When they cook it.
And he went down to like the full rabbit warren talking about Bill Gates and everything. Actually, the other night. I'm
We
like,
need to get him on.
oh,
Bill Gates.
bro,
Nah,
if we could,
we could get Bill Gates.
if we could do an anonymous like thing, a full anon, like blur him out, no names,
Just no video, man.
and just let it, like you could be like talk, go, and record, like
Have a whole voice changer on him and shit. That'd be great.
yeah.
Have him just Mr. X.
He would go for a while.
Oh,
Just put a mic in front of him.
Yeah, bro. What do you
Unload.
think about this? Go.
You wouldn't even have to say it. Just what do you want to get out there? What do you want to be heard about? Just let him go. You'd probably just rip into the Australian government for about 2 hours, I think.
Oh, it'd be a bloodbath. Whoa.
He's a man of many topics, that's for sure.
He'd be able to explain and tell you exactly what happened with this Trump thing in like 45 minutes. He'd be like, oh. Oh, dear.
I don't mind Trump. I'm like,
What he's done for a country, if you overlook the fact that, yeah, he might be a little bit sexist. Yeah, he slept with a porn star or whatever. Who cares? Well, actually, I don't like that about him either. But what he did for the country, and he's the only president that has actively avoided war, which is, and that's just in itself should be enough to be like, yeah, you're a good dude. Because everyone else for the past like 30 years in the US history has created conflict. Literally.
You may do and say the wrong thing sometimes, which anyone does. but his intentions behind everything is pure.
Yeah.
So,
And,
he's there for the people and not there for himself.
And that's it. It's not like he was like the whole immigration thing, like people don't like him on. He's not saying don't migrate to the States. He's just saying don't do it illegally.
Do it the right way.
Mind-boggling.
Shock horror.
Yeah.
But, of course, the media is going to take that and put a spin on it and be like, oh, this chauvinistic pig is, trying to cut down the borders and everything.
Speaking of being a good guy,
Yes.
he was
It's about to do the same thing. Just me.
he was they raised, what was it, 6 million to the family that died at that rally.
Oh, the firefighter who died because he was shooting his family.
So raised like 6 mil for the family,
Huh.
which is pretty cool.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
outstanding.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
In a matter of a week.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be more come.
It's actually
But-
crazy that only one person died given he fired 8 shots. But then when they've done animation of like all the trajectories of the bullets,
Huh.
and they were spraying everywhere. So there was the initial 3. The one whizzed past his ear, and the other 2 were like left and right of him.
Oh,
And then
yeah, you'd be thinking that someone's about to shoot you.
yeah, then when they're all like the Secret Service are all crowded down on the ground with him, there's another 5. I didn't realize it was him that shot all 8. I thought the second lot was the Secret Service, but it was him shooting 8. And then you can hear one after all 8. That's the kill shot. But yeah, they were spraying everywhere, man. Absolutely spraying everywhere. There was like a boom lift behind where the shots were fired, or off to the right of screen if you're looking broadcast. And it hit this boom arm, and all this hydraulic fluid was pissing out. It made a massive puddle all over the road. Like bullets were just spraying, man. Like
Yeah.
is
is
the
probably
wonder only
good.
one person died.
This is a good argument over why you should use a night force over a red dot.
Yeah. 100%.
So 1 bullet to 8.
Actually, no, let's not put that out there.
But like, shoot with what works.
Look,
Well, it was all he could get a hold of, I'm going to assume, at the time, or he thought was going to be
This
what would
must
do
have
the
been a
job.
rash decision then for having no training other than the day prior or a couple of days prior.
Well,
You
apparently
would
tried to
think
join
you'd
some shooting clubs and he got denied and shit like that, but he'd had a bit of practice. But
Yeah.
you'd
But
think
at least just set yourself up properly. Like you're not going to come out of it alive, so money's not a thing.
well,
If you've got a few $100s, then you probably could set yourself up with a decent system.
there's
over there.
that. He's obviously can hear people yelling there's a guy on the roof. So his heart rate would be elevated.
Oh, that's where you make the first shot count.
Well, he almost did. The rest just got progressively worse.
I can just imagine his heartbeat just like
Oh, it would-
before that first shot. He'd be shaking. He'd be all over the shot, man.
Oh, it'd be worse than how you get them jitteys you get when you first shoot at something alive, like a rabbit or a fox or something like that. And the adrenaline is nuts. But I guess when you're shooting at someone, the president or ex-president, it'd be tenfold.
The future president, thank you.
Well, he's
Actually
president.
ex-president.
But he's also going to be the future president.
Okay.
What is it? Yeah, the 56th and 59th.
It's
Something like that.
it's certainly been interesting to see so much coverage and so many more angles, and there's only going to be more and more that come out.
Hmm.
Um,
Have you seen?
and then all
Have
the
you seen the
commentary as
way-
well. Like people going on about the bandage Trump had on his ear was
Yeah.
like just oversized and purely for dramatic effect.
Dude's
course
just
he
been shot at. Give him a break.
Yeah, like it's actually ridiculous.
Did you
That
see
video
that
I
once?
watched where they replicated the shots in this ballistic dummy, like they couldn't replicate it at 130 meters. So he got like maybe 2 or 3 yards away and took the shot with the AR-15 and just got it to graze the ear. Like the cavity that opens up, like it goes like through the tip of the ear and then flexes
slow
the ear
motion.
open. Obviously in slow motion it looks ridiculous, but freaking hell. Like,
Oh, it would hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine like doing that and then like standing to the crowd after, raising your hand, just punching like air fisting, and he's like, fight. Man, that'd get you going. You'd be like, yeah, America.
well, that's the other reason people
he
thought it
turned that
was
into a
a
massive
setup.
positive, though.
Oh, 100%, bro. Smartest man alive.
Well, in that moment, he was smart. Like, capitalize on it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, this is the other thing, right? So he's taken a bullet for his country. One could say now.
Technically.
But he also wasn't paid. He forfeited his wage or gave it to charity or something when he was president. So if a dude's willing to do that, and I understand he's wealthy, but if a dude is willing to do that,
He's
man,
not there for money.
yeah, he's not there for the wrong reasons.
Actually, go back to what you said before about the wars thing, because there's always someone who stands to profit from wars.
Mm-hmm.
So I do wonder whether it's in other presidents' interest to let wars happen because
100%,
there's
bro.
kickbacks. Trump's made his money.
100%.
He doesn't need someone paying him to start a war.
100%,
Well,
man.
you think about it, like war does move our technology forward. So without war, we'd be way behind where we are now.
It's an economic boost, yes, but it's not.
Yeah, a lot of people use it for an income.
I think
And that's
people just
half
seize.
the reason why it's shit.
I think people just seize the opportunity. Like, okay, there's a conflict brewing, or we've got a beef with a country. Cool. We've got a whole heap of manufacturers that need to test out some gear or make gear. Okay, we're going to buy in some shares. They're going to give us a little bit of money on the side. We'll give them a government contract. Let's go to war. Next thing you know, they're making billions. You're making millions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our government does the same thing, mate. It's just not spoken about. What's it called? It's not shorting the market, essentially. Well, it's not shorting the market. It's, what is it? Camilla,
Yeah, it's supposed
Harris
to be when
got
they're
busted
not
for
supposed to have. Yeah, they're not supposed to have shares or deals.
Insider trading?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Insider trading, yeah. Because they can influence the market and they can adjust their buy or sell
yeah,
suit.
yeah. I don't know. Like,
But
it doesn't justify sending, hundreds of thousands of people to war to die. Oh, that's ridiculous.
yeah, but people don't care. Then people don't care about the individual. It's more about the bottom dollar.
This is true.
But yeah, like kudos to Trump for doing another rally in 3 days after that. I was thinking about that the week just gone. It's just like, if someone just shot at you, you're not sure at that time if it was a lone wolf or there was other people there that's willing to try again. But yet 3 days later, he goes back out for another rally.
He's playing golf the next day.
Yeah.
How does that not shake you up?
Oh, bro.
Unless you mentally take it in a way that,
Because he has
it was
big
God's
balls, man.
divine sort of intervention that turned his head, kind of thing. It was, God protecting him because he is the person for America.
I like this
if
guy.
you believe that, then you'd believe that you're going to be fine because he's already watching.
He
over
is
you and protecting
capable
you.
of much more than
So you
just
go out and continue
shifting
doing
a bullet.
because you know that you're backed by him.
Oh,
And I guess that's what belief is, and you believe in something that may be true or may not be.
I've seen something even hairier than this. People were quoting a scripture, something about the beast surviving something, and then people basically
the beast.
idolize him even more.
Well, this is quite funny because he when the Antichrist does come, he actually comes and people think he's good. And then this is the start of his 7-year reign, which presidents serve for 7 years. It's total, I think, 7 years.
I thought they could only have 4-year terms
Yeah, 4-year terms with a total.
and 2
But I think
max.
after the 4 years, that's a
Okay.
midterm, isn't it? After 4 years, that's a midterm.
I can't remember. There's a rule.
So it's eight total.
I thought it was that. I thought they could
Okay.
serve 2 terms total, and a term was 4 years. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's worth a Google.
Look at us. We probably know more about US politics than some US citizens.
This is probably as accurate as half the YouTube videos that are out there at the moment, but hey, let's have our say too. This is the sort of water cooler discussion that happens every day.
Don't ask
anyway.
us how our country's run. We're like, the retards get in and we're good.
It's you just got to talk about it, got to boil it down a bit.
I like that though, man. I do like that theory of
Like, because that's the only way.
divine intervention.
That's the only way I perceive myself as not getting shaken up, is if I wholeheartedly believe that that happened for a reason, and you are protected, and you'll be fine. So you're like, fuck it, I'm getting out to the next one, and that's the best thing for him.
I don't think
to
you'd
get back
use
on the
that
horse.
word if you believe
No.
in Christ, but yeah. We try not to.
No, I said bucket.
Oh,
Bucket.
Bucket?
Yeah.
KFC bucket? And here we go.
I actually tried
Caleb-
to get a KFC bucket the other day.
You ate a whole bucket.
No, I didn't. But they gave it to me in a box, not a bucket, and I was disappointed.
Oh.
So this is the Bible verse in Revelation that people jump to straight away after Trump survived, which is so King James Version.
Oh, can we get NIV?
Oh, NIV, sure. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast.
No.
King James. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So directly after this happened, people were going, hey, he's had it. This is the Antichrist.
Yeah.
He's survived this mortal wound, and now everyone's like, oh, Trump is so amazing,
Oh,
and
so
they're
they're
following him. So people have come
claiming
out and
him as
said,
Antichrist.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's funny you mention this because I believe that although we won't see in our generation,
Why not?
I believe that there are some signs coming that the Bible mention of end times, and I believe that it's certainly getting to that point. I mean, one of the biggest things is that talks about strange weather patterns or unusual weather patterns and more frequent harsh weather patterns, and we now call it just global warming. But that's written in the Bible as one of the signs. Wars and rumours of wars is another one, and we've obviously seen that a lot for the past 50 years, 100 years even. And they're getting more frequent conflicts and things like that. Another one which I don't know where it's going yet, but it does talk about, and this is after rapture, so after the Antichrist has had 7 years of reign, and that is there's a 2 million man army, and it just so happens that China last year reached 2 million men in their army, which is ironic. Not to say that anything is going to happen right now. As I said, I don't think we'll see the end times in our life, but I think it's something to be just to think about. I think it's something to be wary of. Maybe read your Bible, cover to cover. Start with
I'll just
Matthew,
let
Mark,
you
Luke, and
be
John.
I'll let you be my Bible, Josh, and I think everyone else will do the same thing.
Bro, if I could bring you to Christ, actually it wouldn't be me, but if you came to Christ, man, I would be chuffed because it means I'd be having beers with you, with the big man upstairs, when all this is over. We'd be eating chicken. You're going to have your KFC chicken. We'll have a few beers, few cheeky beers, and we'll go out hunting in his presence. That'd be great. I'll be down.
I was just saying if there's a pub called Christ in Australia that we can go to, and we can have a few beers.
Hey, if it brings you closer to Christ, let's go. Let's do it.
Bloody hell.
Let's
Anyway,
do it.
Back to the topic.
Yeah.
Is there any other angles or spins or anything you want to put into the Trump discussion?
Ooh.
I got nothing apart from I hope no one actually tries again. And I hope he fulfills and gets.
I think there's going to be some vigilance now out there with Trump in the public. But having said that, how much of space cadets those two female
That's literally what I was
officers?
going to say. This is the other thing that's been spoken about so much is the female special service. What the fuck are they called? Secret Service. And when they're all the male were crouched on top of Trump, the female was like cowering behind them, like instead of being on top of them as well. So there's two females, but they actually had a they had a drive to get like 30% of the Secret Service to be females. So that's why there's extra females, just an
I
equality
never
thing.
noticed that.
Let's not go on competency. We'll just go on gender.
Yeah.
And then say that there is no gender. Or there's multiple genders.
Like,
or where.
How big a set of balls you need to do that when the president gets shot at, to stand in front of him? It's what your job literally is.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
To actually do that.
You're wearing a
that time.
vest underneath, man.
Like,
Yeah, but your head, shoulders, legs.
Yeah, but if you notice, they all crouched over, and the way they were crouching over, they were splaying their back as much as possible and ducking their head down to minimise their service area as well.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
there's probably some tact to how they do it. I don't know, but let's just
There'll
say.
be drills.
sure there
But
is.
kudos to the guys that do it. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
fuck, not many people would, I reckon.
Not kudos to the female Secret Service, though. That's a bit.
Like, they can have all the training and whatever, and maybe some of them are actually adept at their job. But at the end of the day, females are not designed to protect people. Males are designed to protect.
Oh, how do you come about this?
It's in our
Please, tell me.
DNA, it's in our
Okay.
core. I have a penis. I'm designed to
Okay,
protect.
how did this come about?
Because
how did you get
biologically we're bigger and stronger.
and
designed to be the
how
protectors.
Did it, think
females,
bigger.
females are the nurturers.
Think in the beginning. How and why?
I don't know.
I'm heckling you.
Because God created us.
I think-
Ooh.
No, I think the higher testosterone you have, the less you are to perceive danger.
We're designed to be more aggressive and physically larger, and so we naturally have the protector role.
Well, that's good that you said we were designed and weren't evolved.
No, I think
we
we're designed.
evolved over time, Josh, to become protectors.
Okay.
And we weren't.
So chicks could evolve too then.
Yeah, they are. They're just happening very slowly. No, they're evolving to be carers, and we're evolving to be protectors. And
Dead set. Used to
one
it,
or
so
the other's better
sexist.
or worse.
What?
It's a team environment, Josh.
I just think if you're competent, you're competent. If you're not, get out.
Well, look, I'm not saying that a female couldn't do that job and be able to actually holster.
You
a
literally
firearm.
did. you just
I'm
did.
just saying on a base level, men are more like apt for the job.
And also, like, if they have never been in that situation before, how are you going to know how you're going to react until you are in that situation? And that caring might have only happened for like 3 seconds.
Oh, you would have seen blokes
really-
in the army like wig out the first time they saw any sort of
Look, actually,
spiciness.
it's funny you mentioned this because I think there is some psychosomatic testing that can narrow down your personality trait, and then that category will tell the employer, okay, yes, you're more likely to act this way. The only reason why I say this is because I had to do I don't know what it was. It was a test the other day to see if you were like a D, I, S, or a C. And I don't know what they stand for because I really didn't pay that much attention, but there was about 24 sort of like rows or not questions, but there was one question that said, pick what you feel strongly about after reading each row. And I'm like, okay, so you just pick a word. And apparently D's very... it was kind of weird because in my
We
mind...
need to find this test and do one.
What the hell is this test?
Oh,
I've never heard of
I'll get it out for you at work.
I've heard of like
tomorrow.
that,
But
personality test and stuff, but never one with D's in it.
But you read it right, and in my mind, just like I'm just picking the word that sounds the coolest. So you say you got like 4 words in front of you. One of them's like courageous. The other one's like humble. The other one's like polite, and the other one's like respectful. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm courageous. You're just gonna pick the best word out of the lot, regardless
You
of
just
whether
did
I
the,
am.
This
was
is
it one of these Facebook quizzes?
it's literally
No, it's for work.
it's literally called a disc test. But it's just a personality test. Normally you get like it's either I or E for introvert or extrovert, and there's a heap of different ones.
What does DISC stand for?
Disc I don't know.
Yeah.
It's dominant. No, I'm only taking a poke.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Dominance, influence, steadiness, and consciousness. Like consensuousness. I can't pronounce a word.
Which is weird. But anyway, at the end of it, you count which column has the most, and that's what you are.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Dominance, influence, steadiness, consciousness.
Yeah.
Consciousness. Okay.
Gotcha. I haven't done one of those ones. I've done very similar tests, but never this one.
I want to do one. But then it's those tests, though, if you know what you want to try and achieve from the test,
Yeah, you can
just buffer it to just make it look like what
You have to
want.
answer it absolutely honestly.
Yeah.
Which no one's doing, man.
Mine's changed over the years because I did one recently and my 4 letters changed from what they used to be. But I have changed as I've matured.
To 3 letters, DIC. You're a dick.
I'm a dick.
So you would say that we continuously evolve, Caleb.
Continuously improving.
Oh, settle down, champ.
Continuously improving.
We are designed.
If you're designed,
Perfectly.
then wouldn't you stay on the straight line and maintain what you're designed to do?
No,
Like a
you
computer?
can. That's
design
adaptation.
and make
It's not
computer.
evolution. You can adapt to things. That does not explain evolution.
I think it does. I think it debunks it.
It does
debunks
not.
it.
Otherwise, 1, they'd find the missing link, and 2, you'd be able to breathe in carbon monoxide and survive. All right?
What?
Oh, well, with the CO2 levels, mate, we'd all be dead.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I think that's all about Trump.
Yeah, I think we've milked Trump.
Yeah.
Got nothing else
Good to see
add,
how the
really.
next few months go. And
It's going to be a trippy next 12 months.
We
if
should
he
have
doesn't get it,
Well, yeah.
there's going to be some shit go down. I think.
There'll be violence. It'll be civil unrest.
my trip to
Let's
the
not sound like
US in
we're
December
supporting
could
it.
be spicy.
I told you this the other day. I'm like, bro, like, you hope that he gets in, because if not, you're probably going to be murdered like on the street and then gang raped or something.
Oh, because when are you going?
December.
You'll go, yeah. Shit.
Sorry, that was full dark.
I reckon that was a bit ridiculous, Josh, but
They don't really treat gingers too well over there.
I'm Australian.
They
not,
don't.
I'm
They
Australian,
don't,
not
actually.
Mexican. Far out.
Like,
Fucking have a shave or something before you go over.
It annoys me that people call me a ginger because I just have a tinge to my beard.
no,
Like,
it's
It's
gender.
like,
no.
there's only one thing more orange than that. It's a carrot.
Actually, I sat behind a proper carrot top at the footy the other night, and this kid had
He realised it was himself in the mirror.
Just a mirror.
he had red hair, which was thinning. He had a mullet. He also had a pedo moustache. And I'm like, if you're a redhead, why would you commit to having a terrible hairstyle and also a terrible moustache?
Was he translucent as well?
He was white as
Like
white.
white.
Yeah.
Like
He would have been like-
we're talking like White Walker white.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. He was super white.
Yeah.
He would have been like 19, 20 years old and a like
Daenerys
really
Targaryen
skinny kid.
white.
Like,
Chuck a torch in the other side and give him an X-ray. Just that transition.
anyway,
Oh.
let's check in a few months and update, see where things. What else has come out about this Trump assassination attempt? Because I'm sure thank you, Josh. How like 100 and however many podcasts, and you're blowing your nose in the fucking microphone.
Right.
Kudos.
They couldn't have waited because we're wrapping it up.
Nah.
You could have just let the snot drip slightly
Nah, I'm
for
keeping
another
it going.
30
Filming,
seconds.
Josh. We're not
I'll
filming.
keep it going.
Anyway, all right, we're done.
Right, I really want to
I hope
see
you-
what the next 12 months is like. I want to see something weird or cool to talk about. Hopefully you come back from your trip all right.
Hopefully.
You may not. Might be
I might-
big Bubba behind you and being like, get out of here, you commie bastard. This.
You're just jealous.
You'd be too conservative, I think.
I actually think I'm going to friggin' love it over there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Just don't come back.
Maybe not.
I wouldn't. I'd 100% just like slip into the crowd. Yeah. Yeah.
Just become another illegal.
Just become another illegal immigrant.
Go buy an AR-15, an AR-10. Yeah. Like,
If you just
go to
lose your
defense.
passport, Caleb,
Hey,
just
what?
lose your passport and just lose your passport so you can't leave, and then you just assimilate.
It's a big country. Go on the run.
Can you, when you do, like when you're like getting your driver's license and that, can you be like, I have a brother in South Australia, it's me, put my name down. So then I can be like, yeah, I need dual citizenship because my family lives over there.
don't think that's how it works.
Yeah,
don't think so,
100%. That's how the Indians do it. Like they send their mum over and they're like, oh, yeah. Or your son. I'm your son. That's better because I'm a spouse. Then I'm,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
their son has dual. They don't.
yeah, well, put down on me your son.
Do you want to just get married and then I'll get you over on a green card?
100%.
It is 2024.
100%. Without a doubt. If it means I'll get dual citizenship, yep. Let's go.
Dual citizenship.
Let's go.
Oh, dear. Anyway, that note, I reckon we should wrap it up. Send us in any of your theories on what's going on over there in the US with Trump and the whole assassination attempt. We want to know because you guys have some interesting shit.
Actually, we should ring in. We should get a ringer to talk about this.
A ringer?
Continue?
Can you ring Hayden? Get Hayden's just ring Hayden and be like, can you put your 2 cents in?
Can you ring him?
I don't know how
Do I
to.
have his number?
I'll give you his number. He'll answer. I'll send him a message and be
Just
like,
make sure you don't
answer this.
speak
I should have his number. Hang on. What a last minute addition.
Sure, I just got to blow out an extra 45 minutes. Easy.
Yeah, I haven't got his number.
Hey, and I'll give it to you.
Go on, fire away.
You're going to edit this out, yeah?
What?
Nah, leave it in.
This number.
Nah.
The number.
Shit, I only gave him a call. Like,
Oh yeah, it's going to read it out.
hang on.
Just hold your phone up so I can
Exactly.
type it.
No, I'm not going to read it out.
You could connect to the
There we go.
Bluetooth just as easily as me, by the way. All right.
Not with an iPhone, you can.
Can you pad? Because I'm about to type a number in and do a bunch of things. So
Can I what?
pad.
Pad.
Yeah, it means talk and fill in space
Pad
Oh,
tie.
pad. Please fill it. Yes.
while I type the number. Anyway, I'm padding and typing. So let's
Yeah, you
call.
can pad yourself, man.
This is going to be interesting. All right. We're
padding.
cool.
He
All
likes to pad himself a lot.
right, you talk.
Got to introduce him to the potty or just think of the
If you
He
don't
can't hear
answer.
me, hey. He can't hear me, so I'm just going to sit here and listen.
Hey,
Yo.
dog. Hey, dog.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you are with the Send It Mate crew, mate. What's going on?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, not much. What's happening?
Oh, not a lot, man. We're just sitting here talking about all things presidential, and we kind of want to get your 30-second take on Trump's recent debacle.
Well, Trump, he is obviously life and he is daddy. So, we got to look after daddy Trump. So what we should all be doing is we should all be starting our own, I don't want to say cults, I don't like that word, but a beautiful following of people with nicely tanned skin and blonde hair, and we should all tape Band-Aids over our right ears just, in sanction of the master and leader himself.
How funny would that be if it came on?
Oh dear, bro. Next time I see you, I want to see you with a Band-Aid over your ear, please.
Yeah, look, I'll make it happen. Don't worry about that.
All right, so what's your take? Do you think it's set up or what?
Oh, look, I've watched a few of the different reviews that they've done on YouTube about how there was multiple people screaming out half an hour before there's a guy on the roof of the gun, then 2 minutes before there's a guy on the roof of the gun. And, yeah, it seems a bit strange.
It seems a bit strange. You got to give us more than that, hey, dog.
Yeah, well,
Which
it
way?
seems a bit strange. We all know that 9/11 was an inside job as well. So,
Well, we're now on a watch list. Thank you.
Pretty much-
Thank you very
last
much.
episode.
I want to know, and I said this before to the boys, who would hire a prepubescent boy with genital herpes and clearly face herpes to shoot the president? Because have you seen his mugshot, man? His school mugshot?
It looks like you in the photo. You and Caleb.
Hey, Caleb's the one with the herpes, not me, mate.
That's a bit dirty. You don't need to air all the laundry.
Oh, well, cheers, man. Thanks for your take. Anything
Yeah,
else you
no
want to
worries.
say to the listeners?
Keep it moist.
Fair enough.
Just my standard send off, but no.
Keep it moist.
Yeah, don't do school. Stay in drugs. Just the usual.
I was just about to correct you then when I realised what you were doing. Sorry, bro.
I know what I said.
All right, hey, dog. Cheers for that, bro. We will catch you next time.
All right, have a good one, ladies.
Toodles.
Catch it.
All right.
I reckon we caught him with his pants down, mate. He didn't actually seem like he was on point.
Oh, question without notice, Josh.
This is true. Yeah. I did give him warning. I gave him about 2 seconds of warning.
Fair
He
enough.
gave us 2 seconds as well.
Similar to the amount of warning that spectator gave the police shooter. Sorry.
What, half an hour.
Oh, dear.
All right, let's officially wrap this up now because we're done. We've milked it. We're done. As I said before, send in your theories about what's going on. And, we'll be back again soon with another episode of Send It Mate Podcast.
I think we're getting worse with our finishes. Just saying.
I think you just need a bit of Dutch courage. We need to bring back the Galway.
This is what I'm like with no alcohol.
Yeah, you're actually...
A while ago
pretty
was
good.
Josh not drinking.
I need a beer.
But yeah. Next one.
Do you want a Jack Daniels?
Nah.
Do you want a glass of semen?
Yeah.
Glass of baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jack.
G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses High Caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.